All right, good morning, everybody. Till I figure out my technology misses here, probably just because of my ignorance, trying to deal with Apple devices and Windows computers. So anyway, until then, I'm just gonna try to do some summary videos, I guess, maybe on a daily or every other day basis. Just some short ones. So as you can see, this was the last side I had siding on, and obviously it was because the chimney was here. So finally got the chimney well, I can't say all the way down, almost all the way down. It's got maybe 3 or 4 layers of brick here, maybe 1 layer of brick here, but the rubble is so high, the mortar rubble on that side, I can't even get to it. So I gotta shovel this mortar pile. Here, let me show you guys. So that's my mortar pile. Camera probably doesn't make it look that big, but it's probably a good, I don't know, 4 feet from the peak to the floor. So there was a big pile of brick on that side, and over here on this side, I got all that cleaned up. And of course I still have this gigantic pile of brick here that I think I'm gonna have my boys help me move. Fridays are their kind of day to come out and help out, which is good because helps me to get freed up to do the things that I need to do, as opposed to doing monotonous things like moving brick or sweeping and cleaning. Although I'm kind of at the point today where that's where I was going to get to, but I need to have kind of a cleaning day today, and there'll be plenty left to do for them. And today is Wednesday, so still got about 2 more days till they come out and help. So this is all the soffit pieces. So all these, you can see it's kind of like lap siding, but it was lapped all the way on the soffit here. Sorry, I'm out of focus there, but from here all the way up to there, and then there to the peak, and then the peak all the way down there. And it was like that all the way around. And then on top of that, there was a layer of aluminum soffit, which they're like those right there, those thin sheets, those over the top. So 2 layers of soffit, and it's not fun. Extension ladders like almost all the way out to get all the way up there. And I'm not too afraid of heights, but it's a little sketchy being up on top of there trying to remove soffit, plus wondering if there's going to be a wasp nest surprise underneath as you pull it down. So anyway, chimney is almost all the way down. Again, just got to move some of this mortar and well, not this brick, but that'll go along with it, and then I can get the rest of this brick and the last row or 2 of block, and then I can get this firebox out of here. Yeah, and then that'll be good. And then the plan is, once that's all gone, there's actually a hearth that's got brick all over the top. I don't know if it's brick on top of a solid concrete block or if it's just stacked brick, kind of like the rest of the fireplace. That would be preferable, so I don't have to jackhammer the thing. But we want to get it down to where it's at the slab level all the way across here, so that we can put a little post in here, one of the screw posts, the metal posts like we have in the basement here, to bolster this header. This is a concrete header, and as you can see, some of the concrete's broken away. So I keep going out of focus. Let's see if I get my finger way out here. But you can see the concrete's broken away, but this is a reinforced block of concrete, so it's got rebar running all the way through it. But still, that's a long, it's a long span for this block. So looks like the weight of the house was pressing down. And then we got some other issues too. We got some stair stepping here where this whole thing was actually pulling away from the house, and that's why we took the chimney down, because I think it's the weight of all that brick on top and really no footer. So this whole thing was sinking and pulling away from the house, I think I showed in earlier videos. So by the time you got up here, there was a good, I don't know, inch and a half gap between the actual chimney and the house itself. So anyway, that's all done. So we'll put a post in here and then put up a block wall here. Obviously it doesn't need to be load bearing or anything, just needs to kind of match the wall to look nice on the outside. And then we'll do some parming, which is just this like real thin stucco layer right here to match what's already here, and seal it and paint it and all that. Make it look real nice. But anyway, so that's that. So this is the pile. Gotta have the kids remove nails and stuff from those boards. Again, kind of monotonous work. Kitty. And so anyway, 2 days ago, I removed all the siding here. This is the last side with siding. So now we're down to this, what's called blackboard, all along the outside of the house. So this is the sheathing, and this is the last layer, if you will. So behind there, it's just the stud base. And so I'm not going to take this off because it still protects from rain and stuff, critters getting in, until I get the new sheathing. And as you can see, they sheathe the corners with plywood to give it some rigidity, because this stuff, even though it is technically sheathing, says right on it, from the 70s, in my opinion, it really adds no shear value, meaning, you know, the house can still do this number. Because I was pulling some of this off on the other side of the house yesterday, up in this triangular area here, because I want to keep this stuff on, but over on the other side, it's underneath the protection of the deck. So I just started pulling off the top part there to kind of prep as much as I can remove, the better. So anyway, so that's kind of update. I got all this T111 siding off and the tar paper that was under it. And I know it's not protected, but I just, again, as much as I can remove, the better. So, kind of cleanup day today. Going to, here's all the siding that I took off. I need to kind of clear out this whole patio area, because the next step is to start jackhammering this slab. And I have to obviously remove these two walls before I start jackhammering, because the concrete goes all the way to the end here. I got to finish removing what's left of this little brick planer, and I may do that today. And then there's still just a bunch of, this is old T111. I got to move that. I got to figure out something to do with these windows. Maybe sell them, or maybe just put them to the side until I get a chance to sell them. But yeah, so still a lot of like trash and tools and stuff that I need to take care of. And I got to figure out what to do with this wood, because all this needs to move. I'll just leave the minimal chicken supplies, or the chicken's probably around the corner. But there's a kind of a concrete slab over here. Looks like it used to be a garage probably here, where that big wall got knocked down. And yeah, and then all this wood on top of the sawhorses and stuff. So all this stuff has to move. And then I took down some of this J channel for the vinyl that I took off, vinyl siding and soffit. So on this side, the soffit was vinyl. So anyway, so I took all that down yesterday and it all fell. So I gotta clean all that up. And then cats everywhere this morning. Hey, kitty. So more garbage. Probably gonna have to put this in the back of the truck to get it ready. Maybe just take a dump run with just the pickup. I had to give the dump trailer back to the folks that are letting me borrow it. They had some stonework that they were doing on their patio. So they needed to have it back, and which is obviously totally fine, it's theirs. But they have been more than generous to let me borrow it for as long as I've been borrowing it, which has been a lifesaver. It's been excellent. So I need to sweep, do some nail vacuuming, get all the nails up, and finish sweeping so that this floor is all prepped so I can start taking the flooring off. But what I need to do is along with jackhammering that slab out back. I need to cut the concrete here so that I can unbury this main sewer line, so that I can cut it and redo it, because I'll have to snap some chalk lines and stuff to figure out where the bathroom is going to sit exactly. And then there's going to be a shower, and the toilet's going to be in a different place and obviously not up off the floor. So this has to be chopped and redone, and the toilet needs to be put wherever the toilet's going to be located. I've drawn out some rough plans, but I need to make sure that those numbers are obviously dialed in exactly. And then this is the main stack where the rest of the house is going to come in, but obviously that's going to get redone too, because there's a hole punched in the side here, so it needs to be redone. And then everything, this whole bathroom before, I'll try to go back and post some of my really early stuff from months ago. This whole bathroom was raised. It was up on 2x10s. So you had to step up to get into the bathroom. And so everything was, all this plumbing was inside that floor cavity. And it was all moldy and stuff underneath there. So yeah, that's why there's just a lot of stuff up with this house. So we just decided to just, let's start over kind of as much as we can. So anyway, and more garbage and stuff that needs to go. So yeah, I just want this basement clean and ready to cut the concrete. Let's see if got anything else upstairs here. I think I went over this before, but another part of the concrete work that I'll be doing here in the next week or two is this patio. This will all be jackhammered up too. And the reason for that is the ridge board that's down here where the metal's covering, that runs, from one side all the way to the other. It has some termite action and some mold. Well, a lot of it's got mold on the backside, but we just need to replace either some parts or all of it. But so we got to get to it, but also just this concrete pad. There's a layer of brick here, or a row of brick, if you will, because it used to have a brick veneer, as you can see on the front of the house here. And they took all that down and then put vinyl siding on it. So anyway, we need to jackhammer this up for a multitude of reasons. The other reason is these two posts that are holding up the porch are just sitting. This one's a 4x4 chunk that this post is sitting on, and that's a bunch of like 1x's just stacked up, and it's not even anchored to the concrete, these posts that are holding up this whole porch. So we're gonna fix that eventually, but for now we're just needing to jackhammer this up. And another reason is the water meter's out at the road for city water, and I have no idea what it is. It's probably what's called CPVC, which is an inferior material, we'll just say that. So I'm going to retrench a line, and obviously this can't be here, and then run it in through the block wall into one of the walls of the bathroom that's down below, because the hot water heater was on this side of the bathroom originally, and then also the electrical panels in the basement in this corner down here. So we're going to relocate all that to our addition when we pour the new slab out back that's outside the basement wall. We're going to have a mechanical room in there. So that's where our hot water heater will be, where all the water valves will be. Pardon me. And what else? And the electrical panel, and then the networking box too for all the Cat 5, Cat 6 cable that we'll have running through the house. So anyway, because that's over there, I'm going to run that PEX line. So we're going to run PEX underneath. We're going to obviously trench 18 to 24 inches down from the street, underneath the slab, through the wall, and then it'll go through one of the cavities in the floor here between the floor joists, and it'll go over to that room where the hot water heater will be. So anyway, and then it'll disperse from there because it's kind of centrally located. If you're in the house here, it'll be kind of like right about here. So that's where all the stuff will be. And so we've got, obviously, the master bathroom will be a little different than it is now. This wall will move back, and the wall that was out here will move in, but it'll still be kind of here. So obviously this bathroom is right above that. This other bathroom is just next door. And then the kitchen is right here, and the sink will be right where the cat is. So water will not have to travel very far. The only real far travel will be the other bathroom in the basement, which will be over there. But it's pretty much a straight shot over there. And really that bathroom will just be a secondary bathroom for the house. And then for my daughter, because her room will be kind of in the corner in the basement. But yeah, taking a long time, I apologize. So that's kind of an update. So again, just to recap, cleaning up today so that we can, obviously the front porch is clean. We're gonna break that up with a jackhammer, and then below here, all that concrete pad, that's gonna get broken up too. So we need to do a lot of cleanup there. And then all the junk that's in the way of getting to that slab, we need to clean all that up too. And then obviously there's just a lot of mess around. Pretty much all the wasps are gone, so I can get rid of my bottles of Break Clean for killing wasps. And then obviously stacks of cats, stacks of vinyl, tar paper trash, extra wood that I've been taking down. And then I think I'm gonna move these cabinets. I have no idea where, but we'll move those too. And just get this place, cleaned up so we're ready to do more work. And this glass I need to call on. I think there's a commercial glass place in town, so I'm gonna see if they'll take this, or these two panes, because they're tempered, first of all, but second of all, I don't like putting stuff like that in the dump if it can be recycled, right? It's just kind of I don't know, it feels wrong. So anyway, here's some more trash, and I think that's it. I can show you a little bit. This is the blackboard I started taking down yesterday. So this I like to call it the triangle area here. So I started taking that down, and then I left the other stuff up because it's still attached below these bottom layers of siding, these two layers, the vinyl and the masonite. And the reason is the deck has lag bolts that go through it and into that ridge board on the side there. So, and that'll be kind of the last thing, because we don't want to, those lag bolts are holding up this part of the deck, so we can't undo those lag bolts because the whole deck will fall down. So, but that'll be mitigated really once we jackhammer the concrete and pour the new slab and build walls under this part of the house, and then we'll kind of move our way this way. And so that's the plan. If I've missed anything, if you guys have any questions on what I talked about in this video, just let me know. Please throw those in the comment section. And thank you. And I'll try to kind of do some update videos every day or two until I get my technology ignorance taken care of. All right, thanks guys.